Ever wonder why some foods in the United States contain ingredients that other countries outlaw? Modern ultra-processed foods are often packed with chemicals that add flavor, color, and shelf life, but zero nutritional value. Today we're pulling back the curtain on these hidden additives. It's not about scaring you, but empowering you to make informed choices. Let's dive in. Ultra-processed foods are factory-made creations loaded with ingredients you'd never use at home. Think of those snacks or cereals with ingredient lists a mile long. They often contain unfamiliar substances. Things like high-fructose corn syrup, hydrogenated oils, flavor enhancers, items never or rarely used in kitchens. These add calories or taste, but no real nutrition. Cosmetic additives, colors, sweeteners, emulsifiers, and thickeners that make products look and taste irresistible. They create hyper-palatable foods that are easy to overeat. Plenty of sugar, fat, and salt. Ultra-processed foods tend to be high in added sugars and unhealthy fats while being low in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. In other words, lots of energy but not much nourishment. Example: a frosted toaster pastry or neon-colored cereal may have more than 30 ingredients, many impossible to pronounce, yet contributes little beyond calories. No wonder doctors warn that eating these foods regularly is linked to obesity, heart disease, and diabetes. Here's the shocking part. Many additives found in American foods are banned or restricted elsewhere due to health risks. Let's look at a few notorious examples. Artificial food dyes like red 40 and yellow 5. These synthetic colors make candies and cereals brilliantly bright. But some countries say, "No way," to them. Red 40, for instance, is widely used in the United States, yet it's banned in several European countries like France and Norway, over concerns it may trigger hyperactivity in children and other issues. The European Union even requires warning labels on foods with dyes, cautioning they may have an adverse effect on activity and attention in children. Meanwhile, in the United States, kids gobble down brightly colored sweets with no warning at all. Skittles candies in the United States contain artificial dyes like red 40 and yellow 5 ingredients banned or flagged in other countries. Many European versions use natural colorings or come with warning labels instead. Health-wise, studies have found that synthetic food dyes can lead to hyperactivity and other behavior problems in some children. They're also linked to allergic reactions in sensitive people. Why use them? They're cheap and make food look fun, but an orange colored by beta-carotene from carrots or a beet purple smoothie can be just as vibrant without the petrochemical colors. Synthetic preservatives like BHA and BHT are chemicals added to cereals, chips, and oils to prevent spoilage and keep foods fresh on the shelf. BHA or butylated hydroxyanisole and BHT or butylated hydroxytoluene do the job well, but at what cost? Lab studies in the 1980s found that BHA caused cancer in rats' stomachs, prompting the World Health Organization's cancer research arm to label it possibly carcinogenic to humans. Additional research hints that BHA may disrupt hormones, for example, lowering sperm quality in animal studies. BHT, often used alongside BHA, has been linked to liver and lung tumors in rodents. Because of these risks, the European Union and other countries have banned or strictly limited BHA and BHT in foods. In the US, however, they're still legal and commonly found in products like packaged cookies and instant mashed potatoes. Check the labels. Bottom line, if you see BHA or BHT in the ingredients, know that some experts advise avoiding them, and other nations agree. Refined seed oils such as canola and soybean oils are the cheap vegetable oils used for frying and in almost all processed snacks. They sound natural being made from seeds, but making seed oils involves heavy refining. Seeds are crushed, heated, and treated with chemical solvents like hexane to extract the oil. This process strips away nutrients. What's left? A highly processed fat high in omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acids. In excess, omega-6 fats can promote inflammation in the body, especially when one's diet lacks balancing omega-3s. Nutrition experts point out that seed oils are ubiquitous in ultra-processed foods and fast food, contributing to chronic inflammation and related health issues. While not banned abroad, many health-conscious folks worldwide are wary of seed oils. Some restaurants, even in the US, are switching back to traditional fats like butter or tallow for frying to avoid the potential inflammatory effects of seed oils. The takeaway small amounts of refined oils won't kill you, but be mindful, they add lots of empty calories and may harm health when consumed in large amounts regularly. Other controversial additives? There are more eye-opening cases. Potassium bromate, used to strengthen bread dough, is banned in the European Union, the United Kingdom, Canada, and others because it causes cancer in lab animals. Yet some US breads and pizza crusts still contain it. Azodicarbonamide, or ADA, the infamous yoga mat chemical, bleaches flour and improves texture. It's illegal in Europe and Australia, but was long used in American bread. Subway only removed it after public pressure. Titanium dioxide, or TiO2, a whitening pigment, was banned in Europe in 2022 over DNA damage concerns, but US candies, like some brands of chewy fruit candies, continued using it. These examples highlight a pattern ingredients viewed as too risky elsewhere are often allowed in US foods. Why the difference? It boils down to regulatory approach. Europe tends to apply the precautionary principle. If an additive shows possible harm, they ban or restrict it. The US FDA, meanwhile, often permits additives until conclusively proven dangerous, and many older additives were never re-evaluated with modern science. As a result, over 10,000 chemicals are allowed in US foods, often in tiny amounts. Individually, these may be considered safe enough, but consumers are increasingly asking what happens with constant exposure to so many chemicals mixed in our diet. After all this, here's the good news and your secret weapon: whole foods. Whole foods are the simplest foods straight from nature, with few or no added ingredients. Think fruits, veggies, nuts, eggs, unprocessed meats. They're basically the opposite of ultra-processed products. Choosing more whole foods means no mystery chemicals. An apple is an apple, no artificial anything. Whole foods come as is, so you automatically avoid the preservatives, dyes, and artificial additives found in packaged foods. This helps you cut down on chemical additives in your diet, which is great for your overall health. Whole foods are nutrient powerhouses. They're often rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber that your body needs. For example, a cup of red bell pepper gives over 100% of your daily vitamin C, and beans or lentils provide protein plus fiber, things you won't get from a sugary snack full of additives. Diets emphasizing unprocessed foods have been linked to lower rates of obesity, heart disease, and even certain cancers. When you feed your body real food, you're fueling it with quality nutrients. Ever polished off a big bag of chips and still felt hungry? Ultra-processed foods are engineered to be eaten and eaten. Whole foods, by contrast, tend to be more filling. The fiber and protein in foods like vegetables, whole grains, and nuts help you feel satisfied on fewer calories. They digest more slowly, preventing blood sugar spikes. In short, whole foods keep your body's systems happy and steady. Imagine a snack table with two options: a bowl of fresh strawberries and a plate of strawberry-flavored red gummies. The gummies have Red 40, high fructose corn syrup, BHA, etc. The strawberries have one ingredient, strawberry. They're sweet, loaded with vitamin C and fiber, and no weird additives, and they taste delicious. Choosing the whole food option means you're getting health benefits rather than a cocktail of chemicals. Eating in today's world doesn't mean you have to avoid every packaged food, but knowing what's in your food is power. Many countries have drawn a line, saying no to dyes, preservatives, and chemicals that the US still allows. This might sound scary, but use it as motivation. You, the consumer, have a choice. Start checking ingredient lists. If you see a laundry list of additives, colors with numbers, long chemical names, think twice. Maybe there's a cleaner alternative brand, or you can enjoy that treat less frequently. Many companies now market foods with no artificial colors or preservatives. As awareness grows, options are improving. For example, after public pressure, Kraft reformulated its mac and cheese to use natural colors in the US, just as it already did abroad. Change is happening. Support brands that use safer, more natural ingredients. Base your diet around fruits, veggies, whole grains, lean proteins, nuts and seeds. These foods have stood the test of time. They're generally safe, packed with nutrients and free of the controversial extras. As the British Heart Foundation notes, whole foods have no added salt, sugar or fat, which helps your heart and waistline. You don't have to be perfect, just aim to swap some processed items for whole food options when you can. This isn't about fear, it's about being informed and making choices that serve your health. Next time you shop or grab a snack, you'll know to watch out for Red 40, BHA, BHT, and those sneaky seed oils. And you'll remember that other countries took action for a reason. Let this knowledge empower you to demand better and choose better. Your body will thank you, and gradually so will the food industry as it responds to a more informed public. The claims in this video are backed by scientific research and international food safety data. Check out the references for more info on food additives and health. Stay curious and stay healthy.